Hello everyone and welcome finally to Planet Zoo. I'm really sorry I didn't do it yesterday when the beta came out. I don't know if I'll even be able to do it every day like I was planning to. I was planning to do it every day with the beta, releasing a video covering something different. But not only am I super busy with my degree, my new degree which I literally just started last week, but I'm also coming down with a bit of a case of freshers flu. I've come down with a really bunged up nose, as you can probably hear, and a really sore throat, and I keep coughing. Unfortunately, I have a lot of stuff pre-recorded, so I won't be without posting videos, but Planet Zoo's obviously taking a bit of a backseat, which I'm really sad about because I am super excited about this game. But I'll do my best to get into it. I don't know how building is gonna go because I'm really not used to building in Planet Coaster. I built like one thing in Planet Coaster, it didn't go very well, and I don't think I ever built anything in that game again. But I would really like to experiment with building stuff here. I'm building a couple of franchise zoos and stuff, so we're gonna play around with that, but today I just kind of want to explore the animal welfare side of things. Because obviously, as someone who works a lot in zoos personally, my current degree actually involves me going out into zoos quite a lot, working with the keepers, doing research, all that kind of stuff. So, I am obviously very interested in that bit, but I'm also very interested in designing enclosures, making really beautiful enclosures, seeing what we can do in the game, kind of testing the limits of it, seeing what we can do, just how realistic can we make things. So I do want to kind of have a little peek around. So here we've got, I think this is like some kind of little food area with like some restaurants, and this is like an information center, I think. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I think if I go into facilities, we can see a bit more about what we've got. So we've got solar panels, that's awesome, so we can use green energy to power our zoo. Presumably that only works at night. Sorry, not at night, at day even. Transformers, water treatments, wind turbines, so we can use wind energy as well. That's really cool. So we can kind of have our choices whether or not we're going to use green energy or not in our zoo, which is a really cool concept. I'm glad that a game is exploring that. More and more games now seem to be exploring how you can use green energy to power things. Like Universe Sim is another one where you can use wind or kinetic energy rather than using fossil fuels, which is pretty cool. And we also have the water treatment thing, which is obviously nothing to do with electricity anyway, so we can ignore that. So we've got various staff facilities, we have some preset ones, and we have all the different sizes of the staff room, keeper huts. And I definitely want to practice building a cool keeper hut or something at some point soon. So that'll be one of the building projects. I am going to do all of this pretty much in the career mode. I don't want to play too much in franchise mode just because I feel like it's going to limit me a little bit, and it's a game I'm not used to, and I think career mode is the best way to practice with the controls and everything. This is pretty cool. This little area here, so we've got like a gift shop there with like, I think that's a restroom attached to it. Oh, my nose is so bunged up, I'm so sorry guys. We have an outhouse there. We have like, I don't know what's going on here, but it's got an edit. Oh, we can edit what the sign says. Hey, wow. So we can make it say stuff like zoo open 9 till 5 or something like that. Can I like, no, it's got to be like that. Okay. Oh my god, I feel really awful every time I sniff. I'm like, oh my god, you guys can hear like my audible snot movements. Is probably really disgusting, but I really wanted to cover this. I really wanted to play it. It's been everything I've been waiting for so long. But I'm just gonna have to deal with the fact that I'm sick. I really am just gonna have to take it as it comes. So let's have a peek. We can check out our animal welfare by going here. So we can see all the different animals that we have in the zoo and their welfare. So I can see my elephants needs something or other. So we'll have to see what that is. All we need to do is click on the elephant. And you can see pretty easily that it's mostly in enrichment. There is a couple of issues with the habitat, but not enough for it to be a major concern. So their main thing is that they want enrichment. So we can go into habitat, we can change the filter from, I think it's on wolves right now, we can change it from timber wolf to African elephant. And you can easily see that you can put this down, and that's a food enrichment, and that pretty much covers that. And then we can just go into toys, and then we can put, for example, a large ball or something down. Generally speaking, balls aren't seen as very good enrichment items in zoos. The reason being, basically a ball is only interesting the first time you put it in, and after the first time they've interacted with that, it's not interesting anymore. So it's got such a short life as a piece of enrichment. It's not something that can be manipulated over long periods of time, something that changes, something that, makes a huge difference to the animal's environment. It really adds nothing, to be honest. And if you think about, for example, your domestic dog, while your dog maybe does carry a ball around, generally speaking, they're most interested in it when you're kicking it and throwing it around for them to chase. And it's the same for our captive zoo animals. They're only really interested if something else is manipulating it. So it's okay for, like, social animals, where one of them's going to knock it around and another one will notice them knocking around and, like, play with it then, but they get bored very quickly, and it's just not very entertaining for very long. So we also have our wolves. They were beating each other up earlier, so hopefully they're okay now. Okay, my nose just cleared a little bit, so hopefully that last disgusting sniff will... Oh, never mind. I feel it bunging up as I talk. I believe these guys need food enrichment as well. So it's a similar concept. We just go in here. You can also reset filters. There we go. So we go down to West African lion, and we can go into food enrichment because that's specifically what they want. And we can add the frozen blood pumpkin. These do modify the terrain around them, which I think you can... I don't know if you can turn that off. Yeah, you can turn off the terrain flattening, so it doesn't do that. I think they also have some issue with some of the plants in there. There's too much plant coverage, so we can just go in, delete a couple of the plants, give them a bit less coverage. And hopefully, I think they don't like the wattle bush that's kind of poking in here, so I can just kind of... I can try my best to get rid of that for them. There we go. Delete that, and delete that. And we've got a starving animal somewhere. Oh my goodness, animal is close to death. How are they doing? Still too many plants. Oh, they don't like the bracken. So I need to find the bracken. Find the bracken. I don't see no bracken. It might just be another one that's kind of poking in, and that's why they don't like it. I think it's just something that's kind of poking in, but I'm gonna get rid of these anyway. I don't feel like they're adding anything there as much as the acacia trees are. Still too much coverage. Okay, maybe this far one? Oh, my nose! Yeah, I really want to be able to bring out an episode every single day. But with this sickness and being so busy, I really don't think that's going to be possible. I think I'm just going to have to play and enjoy myself for quite some time. And this is cracked, so they've been trying to break out. Oh, we got loads of injured Timbles. And what's wrong with you guys? Are you starving? Is anyone feeding you? Small ball. Arboreal feeding platform. Well, it's got food on it, so someone's just not eating for some reason. And these guys are injured, presumably because they've been fighting each other a lot. I think the alpha female, that's Emilina. She's been fighting a bit. It looks like someone's already coming. Yeah, I bet's already coming to give her a hand. Alright, so we can change these signs to be like any animal in our zoo pretty much, so that's pretty cool. That you can change it. You can replace it if it's been vandalized, which presumably protesters will do. So that's something you have to keep an eye on. They do have a power cost because presumably they're an electronic sign. We can put them on stilts, though I think we have to custom make those stilts if you want one. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. There you go. So you can get a habitat education board legs, which is specifically for it. So that's something you can do. You can mount it on the walls, you can put it on a little viewing platform, all sorts of little things like that. I don't know what this is. Okay, that's an educational speaker. So the speakers you can also set to be about anything you want. So they've been set to lions here, but you can set them to any animal in your zoo once again. So for example, I think down in the elephant hippo, this little hippo underwater viewing area, there is a speaker in there, which is telling you all about the hippo, so that's pretty cool, but no one seems to be down there. I don't know if it's like quite an inaccessible area or not, but we'll test around that when we make our own zoo. And this is pretty cool. I think these are like stairs. Yeah, so these have stairs. And they've made it so you can like wander up the stairs to get to the train platform. And that's how you can get on the train, you can come back down to get to different parts of the zoos, and that's definitely something I want to play around with at some point. And I really like the way they've done this wolf shelter as well. They've made it like a natural cave, like a natural hole in the hill. So they can come up here and they can wander around on top of it, and they can run around next to it as well. Alright, what else we got? We have that's really terrible and lazy ostrich and tiger enclosures I built for the purposes of the tutorial. I do kind of want to mess around with making my own enclosure at some point. I was going to do that in franchise mode, but I went into franchise mode and everything was so confusing, and I was like, okay, I need to play the tutorial, I need to see what is available in terms of the game. And these are rocks, not custom terrain. Okay, so we can also use rocks. We've got a lot of various different things we can use. I think there's various little statues available to us, okay, there's a solar panel. And we have various, yeah, these are some more statues. We also have other little signs, I think, like little wall decorations. I love some of these little, decorations, like these custom decorations that are all made with decorative rocks and stuff. I think they're really cute looking. So I think if we go into construction, we can find some various little things. Props we can find. Oh, there's like little step ladders, wheelbarrows, just little things that you can add. Sign brackets for if you wanted to make custom sign holdings. Oh, we have like these little, I guess, wallpapers. How does that work? Align to surface? Okay, I just want to look at it. I'm not trying to place on anything yet. You can see it's got one's like a leopard print. There's a larger one, and there's a zebra one. There's a vertical version. You can add like little fences like this. What else we got? We've got back of a bicycle and front of a bicycle. That's cool. I don't know what you'd use that for. We've got all different letters, which I'm really excited to see that we can make our own custom signs. And I think you can change the color as well. Yes, you can. So you can make your own custom signs that way. Which is very fun. You can also have tree cages, which you can obviously put on your trees. Around like the base of your trees. For example, I don't know if there's a tree skinny enough, but this is the sort of thing you'd put against a tree. I know this isn't a tree, it's a lamppost, but for example's sake, you would put it like that around the trunk of a tree, and that would stop animals and obviously people as well from trying to do anything to it. So that's pretty much what's available to us there. We also have the centerpieces, which are things like your sculptures, your like little fountains, decorations, pedestals, stuff like that. So we've got like these stag. I'm presuming there's a lot more coming to be in the game, but this is only the beta, so we've only just got like a little sample. We've got this gorilla. We have like a bronze dodos, and I don't know if we can change the color. No, we can't change the color of like the limestone and bronze dodos, but at least we know they're an option. And we also have mirrored versions of each statue as well. So you're not just like, I also have this little tiny elephant, which is really cute. Yeah, so we have like a lion, like this lion sculpture, and I think this is just like a mirrored version of it, so it's facing the other direction, so you could have like two lions, like that, if you wanted to use them as like a part of a building or something. We also have this hippo. You have flower boxes, obviously sans flowers, so you can put the flowers in yourself and make your own little custom boxes that way. So we've got different lamps. You have street lamps, you have hanging lamps, lamps like this, you have different wall lamps, these like fancy style ones, like the classic lamps, and then you have more modern ones. We have the art shapes, which have made a comeback from Planet Coaster, which are just basically all different shapes that you can use in various ways you want to make pretty much anything. We have special effects, like we have smoke mostly, we have dirt blowing, I think we have snow, we have mist, waterfall, which is awesome. So this is how you make a waterfall, basically. You put that at the base of a stream to make waterfall. So you would put this like in the middle of a water stream to make a waterfall. We're gonna have to play around with that, I think. See how we can make realistic looking waterfalls. We've got rapid splashing, so we can make all kinds of fun little water features. So we have different ambient ones, so these are all like different smoke, dirt blowing up, mist. We have a mist lodge. We have smoke burst, which is like a geyser if you wanted to do if you wanted to make like a volcano or a geyser or something. And I think this is all like fountain jets if you wanted to build like a custom fountain, something like that. Right, so next up we have our signs. So these are obviously all our signs for like our gift shops and our food stations and our drinking places. All different kinds. We have all of our gift shops there, and we also have, which I'm really excited about, all of these animals and flowers. So we have like these cute little artistic drawings of animals. So you have them in large, small, you know, we have the different flowers and all different sizes, so you could make some really cute little signs this way. For example, let's make like a random gorilla one just for the time being, just to experiment with how we can make it look. So we can do things like this. Yeah, something like that, just to make like an entrance to a gorilla area, something like that. We also have these white ones, which I think we can change their color as well. Yeah, we can change their color to pretty much anything we want them to be. We also have all of our facility signs, which I'm probably not going to end up using, to be fair, but it's pretty cool that you can change all their colors as well if you wanted to code them to look a certain way. We also have the restroom signs. We have some vines if you wanted to do a bit more with that. We also have these palm trees, which I love. We have the editable signs, obviously, which you can make say anything you want. So just as an example, we obviously don't have to have them be green. You can, I think you can make them different colors. Yes, you can. It's not that it's working right now. There we go. And then you could make it say hello. You can change the font, oregano, and you can change the text color, so you can change the body text like that, and then the outline to something else horrible like that, so you can make that sign say pretty much anything. And you also have the much bigger sign like that. There you go. So that's the editable sign there. And obviously we have all of the wall pieces you can use. You have the facades that you can use. You have I love this little decorative strip. That's one of my current favorites. This little stripy strip you can put on things. You can put stuff like that, where you can put your signs on, little canopies, things like that. You have your wall decorations, things like clocks, things like air conditioners, all these exterior things. What else have we got in the last couple of minutes? Obviously, you've got your doors, your windows, your roofs, your things like that. We also have little things you can put for your guests. So you've got your bins, you've got your benches, you've got security cameras, do not disturb and do not feed signs, which I'm loving. I'm hoping that this means that it will make an effect on your guests' behaviour. Like, for example, if you put do not disturb next to an animal sleeping area, they'll be quieter around there. We'll have to test that out. We've got our transport rides, we've got our viewing devices and speakers, so we've got education boards, education stands, we've got music speakers, we've got education boards, we've got this conservation education board, which I really want to play around with. I think you can just make that say about whatever you want it to be, so like traditional medicine, let's make it say that. It needs power though, so we'll have to have a look at that a bit later, but you can make it say pretty much anything you want. But with that, guys, I am going to wrap it up for the day. I'm really sorry about my bunged nose again, and the fact that I'm not well, and the fact that I'm too busy to really bring stuff out, and hopefully next time I'll get a bit more into exploring more of what the game has to offer. Maybe we'll try and build something, we'll have to see. But with that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again hopefully tomorrow, but if not, I will see you again very soon for more in the Planet Zoo beta. Bye-bye!